The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. We're up. We're at it. We're doing our thing, man. What a wild weekend, baby. What a wild weekend, man. It's crazy a little bit, man. I don't know, man. Like, we'll get into stocks for a minute, but I don't know, man, if you guys are on TikTok, man, but yo, this trade war between the United States and China is heating up like crazy, man. The China wholesalers said, "Screw this shit, man. We're gonna expose everything, man." And them guys went over there, man. They opened up their factories, man. They were showing how they're making all of these products that people think that are made in Italy and other countries like that, man, how they're really making them and how they're shipping them over there, man. And they opened up their factories. They seen that, they got machines that are making these products 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, man. It's really not people making them. It's really machines. Yo, they exposed Nike, they exposed Jordan, they exposed Lululemon, they exposed Coleman, they exposed everything, man. And you go over there on TikTok Shop, man. You literally can buy Jordans over there for $2, man. They exposed it all, man. China said, "I don't care about these intellectual property. I don't care about anything. I'm opening it up. And I'm gonna expose it all." Yo, they exposed Birkin, baby. They said, yo, the Birkin bags that you people in the United States are paying $30,000 for, man, it cost us $1,500 to make them, man. And here's how we make them, man. They exposed Birkin, man. They exposed Nike, man. They said it cost $10 to make a pair of Nikes over here, and they was selling them on the TikTok Shop, man, for like $10, man. It's crazy, man. So the trade wars is definitely hitting up, man. China said, "I don't care about your intellectual property over there in the United States, man, or anywhere else or any of these companies, man. I'm going to expose you guys. You guys think that you guys are getting American-made products. You guys think you guys are getting Birkin bags and everything from Italy, man. Here's what they're really made in China, and here's who's really making them, man." It's crazy, man. These wars are heating up, baby. These wars are heating up, baby. It's crazy, man. TikTok gonna get banned here in the United States, man, because TikTok is exposing everything, man. You see the EVs over there? Yo, some of the EVs that they're rolling around with in China, they literally will make Tesla look like it's a freaking Pinto from 1970 for half the price, man. Yo, it is crazy, man. This weekend's nuts, man. And then you got somebody over there trying to set the Pennsylvania governor's mansion on fire, man. Yo, what the hell is going on this weekend, man? But I don't know, man. Who are we, baby? Who are we? But I like this. Trade wars are heating up, baby. China says, "Screw it, man. I'm exposing everything over here on TikTok." So expect TikTok to get banned, man, because, the government don't want you to see that. The government don't want you to see that. What's up, Junior? What's up, baby? What's up, Heat? What's going on, my brother? What's going on? XRP to 1, what's going on? We sending this market, baby. We sending this market, baby. What's up, Heat? What's going on? My man Heat, man. My man Heat been hanging in the crypto market forever, man. He ups, downs, sideways, wherever, man. Man, Heat been just like riding it out, man. Just like the rest of us, like Junior and Seiko and Selmo and all them guys, man. And everybody just riding this market out. Where the hell is Ken? Let's go. Uh, you know, let's go. Is the reverse in? Is the reversal in? It's in for now, Heat. We're gonna wait to see what happens in about, I don't know, after the tariffs talk happens. Pay attention to, who's making deals and who's not making deals. Because eventually that tariff talk is gonna tick up again with everybody else. Selmo, good morning, my brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, man. So pay attention. Yo, and you got mixed signals on whether or not there's a pause for all electronic goods as far as tariffs, cell phones, iPads, all of this, all of the electronics. So, if that's the case, expect your electronic stocks to go nuts, man. Yeah, smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Seiko, Air Pelosi, yo, man, China's exposing it all, baby. China's exposing it all, exposing it, man. Yo, Selma, what we're finding out is them knockoffs ain't really knockoffs, man. Like they're really made over there in China, man, and they marking them up over here, man. They said when it comes to Birkin, they make all the Birkin bags and they send them to the Birkin factory in Italy. Italy stitches the made in Italy little tag on there and stamps Birkin on there, and that's all they do. And then boom, they said they can say that they're made in Italy because they sold the little tag on there. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Yo, they said the iPhones cost $35 to make. And they make them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all by machine. No people, all by machine. They say it costs $35 to make. That's it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Scottish, good morning. What's up, my brother? Yo, you were about 10K OM. Yo, OM got the ruggy rug, man. Yo, man, they got hit. We gonna get into that. OM got smashed, man. Yo, they had a whole liquidity grab go on a top 100 token, man. Unless you know, man, that can happen anywhere, man. Man, Seiko Hunt's in the building, baby. Says good morning to everybody. Yo, that OM joint, man, we gonna get into that, man. That joint was, man, out of a top 100 token Heat, man. They got the whole ruggy rug out of a top 100, out of a top 100 token, man. They got pounded this weekend. Yo, yeah, Scottish OM got it, man. They got it this weekend. There's Ken, there's my man. What's up, dog? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? We're gonna get into this, but yo, they got the whole, man. Something's happening in the XRP. Yeah, something's happening in the XRP. XRP is rolling out their plans. And yo, how about the XRP news where they're talking about paying their fine in XRP and it going into going into the to the fund, the sovereign wealth fund. Man, come on. Tell me how bullish that would be. Now them are just rumors, but thanks XRP to one. Hit that like button, y'all. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well. We are here. We are here. We're up. We're at it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Hit that like button. Smash that heart button if you're over there on X. And go ahead and hit that follow button if you're on X as well, because we come at you guys live 3 days a week. But yeah, something's happening with XRP, man. But yo, how about if them guys are able to pay their fine in XRP token? and then that thing gets stocked, and then all of them tokens get stocked away in the in the cryptocurrency stockpile. Whew, that's gonna be bullish for XRP, man. I'm telling you right now. Rumors right now. People are talking about it, but we'll see. We'll see if they can pull that off. If they can pull that off and they can actually pay that fine in XRP, I know the XRP token might take a little bit of hit, just because they're probably going to have to cash out of their reserves to get that done. But yo, in the long run, that's like having it staked away. That's like having that much money staked away. And ETFs. Everybody's talking about the XRP ETFs. They're coming. I still don't think that it's the right time for them to launch, but they're coming. And that deal is done already. They're just working out the fine details to that. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if XRP is going to step over BTC, but they're definitely probably going to step over Ethereum. BTC's a stretch. BTC is a stretch. I'm just going to be honest with you. XRP to one. BTC, them guys stepping over BTC. That's a long shot. BTC got their ETFs out. They got that strategic reserve. Other countries in other states are starting BTC reserves. It's going to be hard for XRP to touch BTC, but definitely, I do think that XRP once it once it gets to the number 2 token, it'll stay there, and it'll stay there for life probably. But it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for them to touch BTC. Just that's a stretch. But we'll see. It's crypto. Anything can happen, man. Anything can happen in crypto. Yo, let's go ahead. Let's get into this thing, man. The Asian markets, man, they're looking really good this morning. Ken's over there dumping all his money into the stock market over there in the European market. Got that thing pumping up, man. Things looking good. Things looking absolutely phenomenal. Pre-markets here in the United States looking good. Everything is looking to the upside. So we got complete green across the board when it comes to the markets, the Asian markets, European markets, and the United States markets, all in green right now, all looking really good. We got the bond market over here where the debt sits. Looks like it's coming down a little bit, and that's okay. You got the Asian market and everybody else. China, them guys, they're dumping the debt. That's cool. I'd rather have them dump the debt, man. I'd rather have them dump the debt. ATM, good morning, good morning, good morning. Elmo, good morning, good morning, good morning. But yo, I can't help it, man. I was loving this whole TikTok thing where China was exposing all of these brands and how they're making them over there, man. It's funny, man. The tariff wars have started, man. They started, man, and it's funny as hell, man. To watch these plants and them guys take you into the plants. But yo, the EVs, man, the EVs that they got over there in China, I'm telling you, man, they're showing them off and they're showing the prices, man. Yo, they make Tesla look like it's a freaking a low budget car, man. And they're half the price, man. They're half the price, man. And they go further than a Tesla, man. No wonder they don't want us to see all this stuff, man. Yo, them EVs over there are nasty, man. Straight luxury EVs, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Oil looks good. Bond market's down a little bit. Oil looks good. Gold's down a little bit. The rest of the precious metals are up a little bit, but gold's actually been on a tear, man. It's been on a run. So for it to come down a little bit, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good right here. You got this billionaire right here talking about he fears a little bit worse than a recession coming our way if we continue down this path. We'll see. Nobody knows what's coming. We have like, I don't know, 70 something days or something like that before these tariffs, the tariff pause stops. And that's what everybody just needs to be cautious of. But, pay attention to the deals that are being made. I believe there's a bigger game here at play. I think India is the largest population in the world when it comes to people. I think that United States and the EU nations are trying to get their manufacturing out of China and move it over to India, get a more favorable trade deal with India, and kind of reset the market. That's what I think is happening right now. So pay attention to that. That's just my theory on what's going on. But the pause on the tech stocks, the pause on all of that, all the tech companies like Apple, all the people that make iPads. All the people that make electronics, that make chips, all that. It looks like they're going to get an exemption from these tariffs for a little while, which only makes sense because we got to move technology. We got to move technology. No, man, I didn't join the Communist Party, Sego. But I mean, the way that the United States have been lying to us forever about goods and what it costs to make and how they make them and all this child labor that's going on in China and stuff and they're starting to open up their factories on TikTok and really expose it, man. And it's like, how many times have you been lied to, man? Like history is a complete lie, man. Like the more and more we expose things, the more and more we realize, man, that they're just lying, man. That they're just lying to us like crazy, man. And everybody's robbing us, man. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Down to from the government, down to the people, down to the down to the companies, down to everybody, man. They're just robbing the hell out of us, man. They're just killing us. But it is what it is. We'll see how this thing shakes out. I actually like these two titans going at each other, China and the United States. I like them going at each other in a trade war. Because it just exposes a lot of stuff. So I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Yeah, I mean, China's working to weaken the United States on a global scale, and the United States is working to weaken China on a global scale. That's why I see you see these two giants go at it. I don't know. We're gonna see who wins, man. We're gonna see who wins. I don't think there's gonna be a winner to say to per se, but these two giants are going at each other, and it's gonna shake out how it's gonna shake out, right? But these two global powers, they definitely are hitting each other back and forth. The people I think that win out of all of this tariff talk is Canada and Mexico. I think that they'll win. I think that Canada and Mexico will be good when it comes to tariffs in the United States. I think Canada will get hit with some tariffs, Mexico will get hit with some tariffs, but it is what it is. But China smacked Canada with 100% tariff. Nobody's really talking about that, but they smacked them with 100% tariff. So I mean, it, I don't see why Canada is not smacking back with 100% tariff on them. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But Apple got to upgrade because of the news of all of that talk. Apple got to upgrade. They all got to upgrade. All the tech stocks got to upgrade. Tech looks good. NVIDIA looks strong. NVIDIA looks really strong this morning. Apple looks really good this morning. If you would have got in on that Apple dip when all these tariff talks came out at $175, you would be sitting pretty right now. Absolutely pretty. NVIDIA, $89 dip. You would have been sitting nice, man. All of these tech stocks, you would have been sitting absolutely pretty. Let's go over here to the cryptocurrency market, guys. We got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 29. Definitely moving to the upside like crazy over here. So we like that. I think we're about to come out of fear here in a little while. We're about to go back into greed. Neutral. I mean, we'll go back into neutral. I think that's kind of where we're headed. We'll probably get there. And if everything stays stable, we'll get there this week. Got the altcoin season actually took a step back. We were up at 17, now at 15. That's just because Bitcoin's taking so much dominance of this market right now. You got $2.69 trillion market cap right now in crypto, starting to move up ever so slightly, inching its way up, and that's exactly what you want to see. Is the market cap just inching its way up? You don't want to see it go on a rocket ship all the way to the top. You kind of want to see it build higher highs and higher lows, and that's really what's going on right now with crypto. You see these prices, you see all these projects really just building back up to higher highs and higher lows on their way back up. So definitely a good thing. You wasn't too bad. The ETF world wasn't too bad. on 410, which was Friday when the stock market closed. You only lost 5.7 million in BTC ETFs, and you only lost 29 million in Ethereum ETFs. So it looked like the biggest sell-off was the Ethereum ETFs actually over the BTC ETFs, but that's pretty common. Not bad at all, man. Yo, Selmo, I agree. ADA's got a huge upside, especially with the conference that they have coming on, in how they've integrated Bitcoin into their blockchain now, and now basically ADA and Bitcoin are interoperable between each other. Man, craziness, man. It's gonna be crazy how ADA rolls out, because I do think that ADA's got a massive upside in this market. They're doing things right now behind the scenes. You hear a little bit of news here and a little bit of news there. Not, they're not out here as much as like XRP and things like that, but the things that they're doing is setting themselves up for this big, huge run. And ADA, I'm high on Cardano, man. I think that they're going to be more integrated into the governments than what people think. And I just, and with the whole integration of Bitcoin, and they're going to roll a lot of this out at their conference coming up. I believe it's this week. I'm high on ADA. Charles Hockenson's smart. I don't necessarily care for him. XRP. I don't necessarily care for Charles too much. Just as his personality, as his person. It's just my personal thing. I don't really care for him too much. But one thing that you don't do is you don't take your personality, a person's personality, and mix it with money, right? And mix it with your money. And there's no doubt about it. He's smart. He's doing things. He's doing them the right way. And ADA's gonna run. And when it does, people are gonna be looking at each other, wondering why they didn't get in. But ADA's gonna. I believe, this is just my opinion, I believe that ADA is going to have a massive run, and I'm high on Cardano. I think it's bigger than what people think it is, and I think that once they actually roll out the full blockchain, people are going to be like, "Damn, this is everything that was being worked on behind the scenes. This is where we're headed. This is what's going on," and a lot of people are going to miss it. Bitcoin dominant 62.4, coming down a little bit, but still way up there, baby. Way up there. Ethereum dominant 7.5%. About the same as it was when we streamed on Friday. Rest of the altcoins sitting at about 30%. About the same. Not too bad there. But that Bitcoin dominance, man. Altcoin season, you're going to have altcoin season until this Bitcoin dominance comes down a little bit. It'll get there. It'll get there. Yo, how about these interesting developments over here? When we get to the blockchain, look at Solana coming up and taking a number one spot in 24-hour volume, back up over 2 billion, 2.17 billion, which just lets me know that there's more money coming into the market when it comes to the meme coins. People are taking gambles because that's the only way that Solana moves, is when meme coins move. So they're back up over 2 billion, 2.17 billion dollars, taking over that number one spot on 24 hours away from Ethereum. Ethereum's not doing too bad either. It's up 27.9%, sitting at 1.7 billion. Dropped a little bit, but definitely doing okay. But look at number 3, Base. Somebody went over there and kicked Base and said, "Wake up a little bit. Quit being a goddamn pussy and start putting some of this stuff through your blockchain." And here comes Base, man, over here at $684 million, taking that number 3 spot. It's about freaking time that somebody woke that blockchain up, because that blockchain was asleep for months. BSC sitting at number 4, sitting at number 4 right now. Arbitrum continues to stay at number 5. Watch out for that project. They just keep getting volume over there. And Sui sitting at number 6, holds that number 6 spot down. Has been holding that number 6 spot down for a while. The other one I'm watching right here is Polygon. I think Polygon's got a real world tokenized asset move in it. We'll see where it goes. It's been laying dormant for a little while, but I think that they're going to make their move in the real world tokenized assets, right? But here we go, guys. Look at OM. Look at OM down 88.3%. Got absolutely smashed this weekend. And yo, basically got a liquidity run on it. It had a liquidity run on it. Top 100 project, basically doing what meme coins do, right? Having a liquidity run. Definitely not good for that particular project at all. You get over here and you got OM Mantra CEO, plans 90% OM token crash. He tries to explain it as a forced exchange liquidization. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. This is bad. Any way you look at it, this isn't good. It's not good for OM. It's not good for Mantra. This is just bad all the way around. To drop 88%, 88.4% over the past couple of days. This is terrible. This is terrible for that particular project. Thing about it is this project has great upside. You know, they hooked up with Ondo and BlackRock. They were selling the stocks over there on their blockchain. They were really setting themselves up for real world tokenized assets. It's probably as being one of the big players in there along with Ondo. But this isn't a good look. This definitely doesn't breed a lot of confidence in that particular team, in that particular project. So OM has got a lot of repairing to do. Let's see how it's doing on the hour. This is a rough look for OM. It's down another 3.2% on this hour right here. OM's in trouble. If they can't recoup this project here within the next week or two, it's probably not going to be savable, right? You got to repair this thing. You got to repair your image. You got to repair the liquidity. You got to repair it all in a matter of a week or two, or you're going to be in trouble. You're definitely going to be in trouble because people aren't going to stick around. They dropped down to number 85. They were in the top 15. They dropped down to number 85 when it came to market cap. OM is definitely in trouble. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens with this project right here. It's top 100 project, guys. So this isn't a small project, right? This is a big deal. A lot of money was wrapped up in there. A lot of people had a lot of money. I mean, I owned OM, and I owned OM for a minute, and I still own OM. It doesn't make much sense for me to sell it down 80-something%, right? I didn't catch the initial crash, I didn't, so it is what it is, like I'm not gonna sell something down 80-something%. Let's see if they can recover this thing and we can get a run up here. But I'll tell you what, they're on life support right now. XCN. Yo, XCN's an interesting project. XCN is Selmo. That's one of them projects that when you look at it, right, and you go back and you look at the history of XCN, XCN has massive gains, right? When the market's down. When the market goes down and goes down significantly, XCN is massively up every single time. And when the market comes back, it pulls back, right? For some reason, that project runs completely opposite of the market, right? Like it's almost like when the market's starting to crash, everybody there's big money going into XCN, and then when the market starts to come back, people start to pull their money out. It's the weirdest thing ever. I've been watching that project for a while, and that is definitely the pattern on XCN. Just go back and look at the chart. Whenever you see that market down, 15-20%, XCN's up 80-90%. And then when the market starts to come back, XCN starts to drop a little bit. It's the weirdest thing ever. Someone can't explain it. Don't know why it's going on like that, but that just seems to be the move. I'll point it out next time. But I went, you go back and you look at the chart. That's the move, man, for XCN. I just don't know why. Um, but you know, OM doing how about XRP holding on? Broke back above that $2 range. We talked about that $2 range being that key range where the whales would step in, they'd buy it back up to $2. And yeah, that's what happened. The whales kind of allowed, basically allowed the Bears to kind of sell off a little bit, and Bulls stepped in, brought it back up $2.15, got up $2.20 something over the weekend. Definitely starting to make its way back up. Like I said, they're in negotiations now about how they're going to pay this fine. They may pay it in XRP and put that into the cryptocurrency stockpile. It's going to hurt the XRP token at first because they're probably going to take it out of the reserve. But I do like, if they do that, I do like that move. I think that move is a strong move for XRP because then it puts their token in that strategic stockpile and basically locks it away. And you can basically take that token as being a locked token, right? It ain't moving, it's not going anywhere. So I like that move if they can pull it off. I do think that there's going to be a lot going on around XRP, especially RLUSD. I think that as the stablecoin regulation starts to come out and we start to get more and more clarity on that, I think that RLUSD is going to play a key role in that stablecoin legislation. I think the winners of that are going to be USDC and XRP stablecoin, RLUSD. Them two right there are going to be the winners. And you're going to see them to really start to rise to the top, not only in the United States, but also in the EU nations. And XRP also Ripple just also bought a brokerage, right? Which is a huge move for Ripple because that allows big, huge money to be able to come over there and invest in XRP and do it in a way that's a little bit safer, right? It's a little bit safer. And that's how big money likes to invest. They like to invest pretty safe through brokerage accounts and things like that. So, XRP just bought a huge brokerage, right? Well, Ripple did, which is going to allow them to do that, right? So I think that this is there's a bullet. XRP is on the move, right? Like Cardano, XRP, they're gonna move. They're gonna move, and they're gonna move this market. Yeah, I think so too, Selmo. I think a world reserve is coming. I think so. If not a world reserve, at least a collection of nations, right? That that have a cryptocurrency stockpile. I know the United States are going back and forth with the EU nations and things like that, but I do think that's all gameplay, right? That's all negotiation ploy. At the end of the day, they're gonna come together. They're gonna take care of their business, and they're gonna be good again. And I think you'll see all of the EU nations, United States, probably. I think India's going to play a big role in what happens here with the EU nations and the United States. I think India is starting to play a more and more of a part in the global economy, given the fact that they have the most people in the world. I think you're going to see them guys play a huge role in what goes on as well. But I do think that we will get to a crypto reserve amongst multiple nations. Yeah, XRP. You're right, man. You got settlements, you got ETFs, you got RLUSD settlements, ETFs. You got all of this stuff, going on around XRP. There will be 18 ETFs when they're launched, maybe even closer to 20. So that's going to create some buy pressure on XRP once they get moving. So I do like I do like what I'm seeing over there from XRP. Like I said, I do think it's going to jump up. It's going to take the number 2 spot. It's gonna go ahead and get up there and probably pass Ethereum, but it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna catch BTC. I think that's a little out there. I mean, shit, if it does, I'm out for it, man. XRP will retire me and put me on the beach somewhere if it does. I don't see that type of movement. Not anytime soon. All right, Junior man, go clock in, go make that dough, baby. Go make that dough. Everyone hit that like button. Yeah, smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you're new here. If you're over there on X, hit that like button. I mean, hit that little heart button and go ahead and hit that follow button as well. Channel really appreciates it. But, you know, Solana's coming back, man. $133 right now. Like, you seen the movement on chain, right? You seen the Solana chain start to move up a little bit. Solana price start to move up a little bit. People are, you know, obviously now that tells you that people are starting to come back to the meme world because, you know, that's what Solana it does, right? That's what it does. But yo, check out Pepe. Check out this move with Pepe today over the weekend. 507618. Yo, yeah, yo, nice move to the upside for Pepe over the weekend. Yo, Pepe's gaining that ground, baby. Pepe's definitely gaining that ground, doing his thing. Like where Pepe is, we'll look at the chart here in a little while. But Pepe had a nice run over the weekend. Did really well over the weekend. So, you know, not too bad at all. There's our Cardano sitting at 64 cents right now. Yo, who doesn't think that Cardano can get to $6.40? That's 10x from where it is right now. I do. I think it can get there. I think it can get there. I think get to $6.40. I think get to $5.40, $6.40. I think Cardano's probably going to go to $10. We're gonna see. But there's a lot of news around Cardano. Cardano's doing a lot of stuff, right? So what do we got going on over here with Bitcoin options? Bitcoin options looks like people the biggest options right now that Bitcoin are taking is right up around 100K. So look at that being a target. That's where a lot of people are putting their options. That's where a lot of people are putting their money. Is Bitcoin's going back to 100K, and in order for these options to get liquidated or whatever, they have to get up to 100. You know, they gotta get there, right? So, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens over there. But the bet is at 100K. You know, right here, the cryptocurrency, and I agree with this article. I was reading it this morning. You know, read it through. The cryptocurrency market remains orderly, you know, despite tariffs. And if you look at all the tariff talk that's going on and how bad the stock market went down and how bad some of these other nations' markets went down, when it came to crypto, yeah, crypto had a pullback, but it was nowhere near as big as the stock markets. It was nowhere near as big percentage-wise, right? You'll never get to the dollar amount size, but the percentage-wise, it was nowhere near as big as some of these other markets, you know, stock markets and other nation stock markets. It was nowhere near as big as that. So crypto kind of remained orderly throughout this whole thing. They kind of remained, you know, basically steady for the most part, you know. 141 XRP says there's 141 people, you know, 141 people in here. Yo, let's get them likes up. Let's get them shares up. Let's get everything up, man. Let's get everything up. Let's get everything moving. Let's get them shares out there. It's 150 now, XRP. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them shares up. Let's get these things moving. And go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, if you're new here, and hit that follow button if you're over there on X as well. So, yo, I do believe this though. When you look at the cryptocurrency market, it's holding in there a whole hell of a lot better than the stock market and world markets really throughout this time. So, you know, I agree with what's going on here. So we gotta wait. You know, we'll wait and see what deals get struck. Right? Let's wait and see what deals get struck. Like I said, I think Canada and Mexico are going to be just fine in this tariff situation. I think that they, you know, they'll work something out. Obviously, nobody's going to get away for free, you know, but you know, I think they'll work something out that's best for both of them countries here in the United States. I think the EU and the United States, they'll go around and around here in a little while, and they'll strike a deal that's beneficial to both of them countries as well. China, I don't see a deal getting struck over there. I see tariffs staying high. I don't see a deal getting struck. I think that they're going to go at each other for a long time, and but I do see India being the beneficiary of all of the tariff wars. So watch out for India to be a manufacturing powerhouse here in the near future. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to where India falls out in all of this. I think that they're gonna be the winner when it comes to manufacturing. Uh, which is why you see Apple moving the majority of their trying to move the majority of their Apple production over there to India. So getting over here to the total three market cap, sitting at $771 billion right now. Phenomenal move to the upside. You see the green candles. These are daily charts. You see us slowly starting to move up, slowly starting to gain that ground in the total three over here when it comes to the altcoins. Took a little bit of a pullback this morning, but that's to be expected, right? It's to be expected. We're going to hit a little bit of resistance right here where we're at, right around 70, 77.5, somewhere up in there. But, I think we are definitely 775 billion. We're going to hit a little bit of resistance like we did this morning. I think we are going to break through that, go to 800 billion though, and onwards and upwards from there, right? But I do think that we will get an altcoin season. I know a lot of people are talking about will we or won't we get an altcoin season. We will get an altcoin season. Will it, what's it look like? That's to be seen, right? But we will. Look at Pepe. Just doing his thing over here. Yo, Ken, check out Pepe. 50759, baby. Getting ready to go to 5076, baby. Let's go. Just look, this area right here is so strong. It's just so strong. You pull it all the way back here. This was the takeoff zone, right? This was the takeoff zone. This was the Trump inauguration right here. But this is definitely the takeoff zone. When's Pepe going to have that nasty, nasty breakout, right? Well, you come over here, you look at the RSI. It continues to go to the upside, continue to go to the strong side. Be a little bit careful. It's probably a little bit overbought right now, so it may come down a little bit. But definitely it's setting itself up. It's setting them higher highs and low and higher lows incrementally, little by little by little. And that's exactly what you want to see. I mean, I know people look at this chart and they're like, oh my God, this is the big dip right here. Look at it. Look at how it came down. Whole market came down right there. Whole market dumped right there. So Pepe was no different. But look at the comeback. Sometimes the comeback's better than the drop. Sometimes the comeback's better than the drop. But yeah, this thing right here is just prepping itself for a comeback. How about a comeback on Jasmy though? You guys know I'm huge on Jasmy. We haven't talked about it in a long time, but this thing got beat down during that pullback. It lost to zero, and it was sitting at 2009, 2097. But how about the comeback, man? I'm telling you, the stronger and stronger that Japan market gets, the stronger and stronger that Jasmy continues to move. Jasmy is Jasmy one of the projects. You guys, I haven't given up on Jasmy. I still hold a lot of Jasmy. I have not given up on Jasmy. I still believe that in this run, Jasmy is going to bust through a zero, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I definitely think it's going to bust through a zero. And I'm still high on Jasmy. I still hold a lot of Jasmy. I'm still high on Jasmy. We don't talk about it a lot because they really haven't given us a lot of news to talk about, right? It's really been sitting there marinating, but we'll see. Yeah, I agree. If they do that, Selmo, you may see a $5 XRP. I think you're going to see a $5 XRP anyways. I think you're going to see a $5 XRP no matter. Anyways, I think you're going to see it based off the ETFs, and I think you'll see it based off the stablecoin regulation. Because I think when RLUSD really fits into the stablecoin regulation, you'll see the amount of volume that's going to take place on Ripple's chain, and that's going to drive the price up. I think you're going to see the $5 XRP anyways, right? I think that's going to happen no matter what. But yeah, if it can deal with the hidden road situation and be the winner of that, you'll see it. You'll see it break through $5. You see it break through $5. Ethereum's doing pretty well too. $1,673. Not doing too bad. Still hasn't busted out of this downward channel that it was in, but it's definitely slowly starting to work its way back up. See, it keeps touching this channel up here and getting rejected. But Ethereum is doing okay. As much as we dog Ethereum, it's starting to come back a little bit. We'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens, but it's starting to come back a little bit. We'll see. I'm not completely sold that Ethereum's going to have the run that everybody thinks it's going to have, but I do think it's going to do all right. XLM is starting to come back as well. 25 cents is the key level for XLM. I like XLM at 25 cents. I think it'll get there. I think it'll hold the 25-cent mark, and I think it's onward and upward from XLM from there. I do, looking at this chart, 25 cents is that spot, right? It's that sweet spot for XLM. Come over here. I'm looking at the RSI. It's not even oversold yet. I mean, it's not even overbought yet, right? So it's still got room to move up. And right here on this RSI, this is at 25-cent level, right up in here. So once it gets up in here, it usually starts to have a pullback a little bit. You can see it. You can see it all the way through at 25-cent level. But I think XLM's another project that's just kind of sitting there ready to explode. And I do think it will. But yo, how about Link? How about Link? Just absolute monster run. $13 and $13.13 right now. Definitely hitting all of its levels. It bust through this $13.15 mark right here. You're looking at a next level here of roughly around $15, right? So we'll see what happens with Link. Getting to that overbought zone right now. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it can bust through that. But yo, Chainlink's doing its thing, man. Chainlink is definitely doing its thing. Sui looking pretty good this morning. $2.33. Someone, we talked about this a while ago on the stream. I think $2.33 is the level where it runs into some resistance. But I think it given a good market today, it definitely can get above that $2.33 mark and start to continue that push up. And that next big push up for Sui is it wants to bust through $2.33. It's 277. 277 is a key level for Sui because every time it gets there, it just gets beat down. So can it get there? Can it gain that momentum? Can it break through there? We'll see. I got big plans. I got big hopes for Sui. I think it's going to be good. Pi. Oh, we're going to get into Pi. I really like where Pi is right now. You got SPX 6900 though, sitting at 53 cents. Told you guys about this one all the way down here, all the way down. That this was going to be, this and Pepe, I think, are going to have monster runs in this bull market. And definitely it's showing its strength right now. You got Ondo sitting at 89 cents right now. Ondo was up to that 91-cent mark. Definitely gets oversold, overbought, right around 91 cents. Well, today it's starting to come down a little bit right now. You start to see like it hit that overbought territory. It's starting to come down here where people are starting to sell off. You see the lines crossing right here, starting to come down a little bit. It's just fighting that 90-cent level, that 90 to 91 cent level. It just cannot get out of there right now. So we'll see. We'll see if the market makes a big push on Ondo. Today. It definitely has to get out of that 90 to 91 cent level for it to really move. But it's stuck there. It's just stuck, right? There's not, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with that project. It's just stuck in that level, and that's where we trade. H bar. I really like H bar. 16 cents right now. Call it 17 cents, 16.9. I like H bar, especially I like it at 17 cents. Um, I definitely like it sitting there. Here's a Pi network right here. Look at it. Look at it coming back up to 75 cents. We're looking at this thing at 50 something cents and asking, what's going on? What's it going to do? Where's it going to go? And Selmo and RJ were just like, yo, we're just gonna keep mining. That's all we're gonna do. That's all we're gonna do. And I really like the Pi network sitting here at 75 cents. And the news with Pi is that more and more there's more and more businesses with real world tokenized assets that are looking at Pi and starting to adapt the Pi network into their businesses, which is huge because that was always the discussion with Pi, right? Was where was Pi going, right? What was it going to do? Where was it going? It's great that they released the blockchain, but what was the next move for them, and how are they going to gain adoption? And it definitely looks like that's being done right now. It definitely looks like more and more people are starting to look at Pi Network as an alternative to launching the real world tokenized assets and things like that. So that is absolutely good for the Pi Network, and it definitely is moving in the right direction right now. It got beat down a little bit though, but the rest of the market did as well. So you can't expect much more out of Pi than what it gave you during the beatdown, right? You look at it. It's what was it? $1.50, right? $1.50 over here just a month ago. So that's 2x, basically almost a 2x from where you are right now. So definitely like where Pi's going. I think Pi's got big upside, and if it can get some adoption, and it can get some people really launching their stuff over there, get that blockchain moving, Pi can go. Pi can go. It can do a little something. Volt. Lucky says Volt. Volt. How is Volt? How's Volt doing? This is big. This is a big deal for Volt right now. In this bull run that we're in, Volt's been around tail end of the last bull run. We don't really talk a lot about Volt. We did before, but Volt was launched tail end of the last bull run. Now it's starting to come into its full cycle of this bull run. If it don't make it now, and it don't start busting zeros now, it don't make it now. Guess what? It's one of these projects, these meme projects, and these low market caps. They're only going to stay around for so long. And if you get a cycle and a half, and you don't make a huge move in a cycle and a half, you're probably not going to be around for that third cycle. You think Pi just needs more exchanges? I'm surprised that it's not on more exchanges. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not surprised. I mean, I am surprised that it's not on. It's not on more exchanges. Elbow says F Pi. This coming from a man who was high on Pi. But it is what it is, man. Like 167 people. XRP the one. That's right. 167. How about 174 people in here right now from what I got? Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that share button. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're over there on X, go ahead and hit that heart button. And then go over there and hit that follow button as well. Because the channel appreciates it. He says it again. F5, man. Here's brother people. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have people KYC, man, and they gotta KYC you too, man. Like, you know what I mean? But like it's one of them things, man. Like, you got the people you bring in, you gotta make sure they KYC. Like I said, I really wasn't mining Pi before, like. And like I said, I just started mining it because all of you guys have talked about it for so long. Like, I wanted to really see what was going on. So, I had to go do it. It's actually a pretty decent system. You'll fund Pi forever. Come on, Elbow, let's go, man. Quit fun Pi, man. Go get your KYC done, man. Uh, XRP, yes, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. You're gonna be doing the boost. You're doing the boost. I got a little, every once in a while I go through and I'll start mining Pi again here and there when I can remember. My mining's up. I usually always hit the boost. I usually always hit the boost. Why not? Why not hit the boost, man? After 6 years, of mining, yeah, Elmo, you was mining for a minute. Go ahead and get that done, man. Go get your tokens, man. Go get your tokens, man. Get that done, man. Go call somebody up, man. Go pat somebody on the back of the head, man. Go tell them that they're the best in the world, man. Get your KYC done, man, and go take care of that, man. Go get your tokens, man. Go get your tokens, man. But yo, I like where the market is right now, guys. I really do. Really concerned about OM though. Like, I can't sit here and honestly tell anybody that it's time to get into OM down 88%. But yo, being a top 100 project and having this liquidity issue that they're having right now, this is pretty rough. This is pretty rough, and out of a top 100 project, this just goes to show you how volatile crypto is, right? And this just goes to show you that at any moment in time, any project can do what it's going to do, man. It can pull the rug out, right? At any given time, right? Like, and whether OM mantra intentionally try to pull the rug out from people or unintentionally try to pull the rug out from people, that's irrelevant, because what people see as investors is they see their investment down 88.5%, right? And they see this liquidity issue amongst exchanges, right? So, they got a lot of repairing to do. They got a lot of fixing to do, or they're going to drop out of the top 100. And that's not a good look for them. But it just goes to show you that at any moment in time, anything can happen in crypto. And crypto's volatile. It's a volatile asset, and the guardrails are the guardrails, and there's it's an investment, and you got to risk it for the biscuit, and at any moment in time, your risk can fall flat on its face as well. So, but you're risking it for the biscuit over here in crypto, baby, and it is what it is. XAUT. Let's look at. I want to look at before we get out of here. We haven't looked at Ken's project Marbits here in a little while. Where the hell we at with Marbits? 63K. Surprisingly, 63K. The volume on base has really kicked up. So got a green candle going on. What are we on here? What are we on here? The hourly, I believe. Yeah, the hourly. No, the daily. We're on the daily chart right here. Got a green candle for today though. Hopefully they can recover this chart, right? Let's recover this chart. Crash is doing okay. I haven't been over here looking at these projects in a while. Crash is doing all right. Miggles is banging a little something out over here. Mr. Miggles doing a little something. Okay, I can see you starting to come back. 30.15 million. Whew, that got beat down. Definitely coming back, right? Stealth AI. We haven't looked at Stealth AI in a while. This is definitely one of the projects we were looking at for a minute. Marbits holders are loyal as hell, man. They ain't going nowhere. They're there for the long haul. They are definitely there for the long haul. Stealth AI, 176K. See if they can bring this project back. See if they can bring this one back. I don't even have. We were high on Brian for a while. 752K. Yeah, that's a million. This thing get back up to a million. Say get back up to a million. That could be a decent run right there. Let's see, Selma, what'd you tell me? 8XAUT. Is it this one? It's gotta probably be this one. Tether Gold? Yeah. Tether Gold. I like Pax Gold, really. Um, but Tether Gold, I mean, a gold ETF that's pegged to gold is just a gold ETF that's pegged to gold. Yeah, but it's not doing too bad. And when you come over here and you look at it, let's look at where the gold price is. Let's look at where the gold price is. Gold. Gold is down a little bit. 3,200, 240, 41. Gold is down a little bit. So obviously that's going to instantly uh make uh make 3,200, 229. Damn near pegged, right? Damn near pegged. It's 150, 156 million market cap. Yeah, but the key is it's pegged to gold, right? It's another crypto that's pegged to gold. Pax G and Tether, right? So I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Like it. Uh, yeah, Pax G. The only reason I like Pax G a little bit better than Tether Gold is because Tether's going to be under some pressure. My opinion is Tether's going to be under a little bit of pressure with the stablecoin regulation that's coming out in the United States and eventually the EU. I think Tether's going to be under a little bit of pressure. And I can see that they're buying a lot of Bitcoin right now, which means that they're probably trying to back Tether with Bitcoin because we all know that Tether, their reserves are a little suspect, right? And I think that's going to hurt them a little bit when it comes to these regulations. So where Pax, I think, is really their reserves are pretty solid. They're a pretty solid reserve, and I don't think that they'll have any issues when it comes to stablecoin regulation. So I think that that's going to be that. I just am a little leery of Tether in general until I can see that they're going to pass the stablecoin with the uh, when the stablecoin regulations pass, and I see that Tether meets the standards for them regulations. I think people will have a whole lot more confidence in Tether in general. What's up, Big Watch dude? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, dog? Happy Monday, man. Happy Monday. Uh, Yo, we gonna get up out of here for a minute, man. It's already after 8, but yeah, good one. Good one here, Selma. Tether Gold. Anytime you can peg something to gold, it's a good project, man. It's a good project, man. So yeah, yo, happy Monday, Big Watch. How about Pepe? And how about XRP, baby? Big Watch. We got it going on, man. We moving, baby. We moving. Somebody back the U-Haul trucks up. Cryptocurrency is moving, baby. Let's go. Back the Brink trucks up. Back them up. Back them up. Let's go. So XRP, Pepe, we moving, baby. Solana's moving. The whole market's moving. It's it's retraced a little bit overnight, but that's no big deal. It's a little red on the day, but it's no big deal. Look at the hour. Definitely starting to come back, man. Definitely started to come back over the hour. Where's Quant? Oh, I see my boy Quant up there somewhere. We didn't even check on Quant today. 67. Never made it to 50, but I will say I did dip my toe in there in the low 60s. I got a little bit more of that Quant, baby. In the low 60s. Never hit that $50 mark, but yo, it is what it is. You buy where you can buy, right? But yo, Quant definitely doing his thing, moving back up. I like Quant in this ISO atmosphere. But yeah, watch out, guys. Yeah, see XCN right here. Some of you see it when the market goes up, XCN goes down. And when the market tanks, XCN moves. So I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just the pattern. It's just the pattern. But yo, everybody, have a great day, man. We'll be back at you guys on Wednesday. We'll be back at doing this thing. We got 194 people up in this joint, man. Hit this like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. And if you're over there on X, go ahead and hit that heart button, hit that follow button. We really appreciate it. And we are about to we are about to skyrocket. I can feel it. I can feel it too. XRP, I can feel it, man. I think that the cryptocurrency market, it's just ready to take off. It's just ready to take off. Great start to the week. Yeah, Ken, great start to the week, man. It is definitely a great start to the week, man. 194. Woohoo! Yeah, woohoo, baby. Let's go. Now smash that like button. Now smash that like button. But yeah, I think we're ready to take off. I think crypto is just priming itself, and let's get these regulations passed, stablecoin regulations, some guardrails up, and get some tariff deals out here. And I think cryptocurrency going to absolutely take off. It's going to absolutely run. It's ready. It's ready. Look for BTC. Be back up 100K here soon. XRP probably going to take over Ethereum when the ETFs and everything else finally come out and the market's right. Look for that move. Big moves coming in crypto, guys. And new financial institutions is really starting to take shape. And watch out for Cardano. Going to be a big mover. But with that, guys, we'll be back at you guys on Wednesday. We up out of here. And you guys have a great one. Be safe. Be smart. Invest in things that you believe in. And be smart about your investment. Know that there's a lot of things still going on out here in this world that have the ability to affect these markets. So don't be all in. Have some dry powder on the side so that you're able to buy the dips when you need to. And let's all make this financially. Let's all make this money so that we can be financially free. So with that, I'm out of here. See you guys on Wednesday. Bye.